What's up? What's up? Excuse me. Back with episode 2. Said I was gonna start streaming in the daytime. Waited till nighttime to stream today. Currently looking at the markets in a gold trade. I caught this gold trade off of the 5 o'clock opening. Got in at 4,055. I just been riding it down. This is the hourly time frame. Had it on the 2-hour, we trade on the hour. You can see we got a start of a trend in the New York session, and now this is a continuation down of it. So I'm letting it ride out, thinking we might come down and test. Might come down and test the 4,000s some point today, and then if we break below that, go down to 39.80. That's off the 4-hour time frame analysis. And what my system is telling me, the last time we retested was the 39.80 area. So I'm just currently sitting in this trade, letting it play out, see if we're gonna continue to the downside. See, the last episode got a couple viewers. I appreciate it. Everybody coming in, watching my videos and episodes. Hopefully it gets bigger from here. Like I said in the last episode, go follow me. My Discord at Redtape Trading. It's free. You ain't gotta pay nothing. You come on there and communicate with me, other traders. Just trying to communicate with like-minded people. The setup you see is the system I created for the way I trade. You can see we still coming down off of gold. Gold been hitting all-time highs after all-time highs after all-time highs. And now it's starting to bleed out. I'm holding gold one contract from the 4,055s. Past couple nights, gold have just been going up and up and up. So now it's just giving some back. My ultimate target is 39.80s on gold, but my first target as of right now is 4,000 on gold. And as you can see, it's coming down. We just hit the first 4-hour support, 4,023.3. That's the first 4-hour support from Asia last night, which was Tuesday night. But gold is bleeding out at the current moment, and we just gonna hold the see what it does. still coming down. We ain't too much worried about it. It's just bleeding out. That's gold. Just letting it play out. Ain't in no rush to get out the trade. Currently up 3,500. That's with one gold contract, one mini. It don't take much. One contract on gold go a long way. Okay, we broke under this 4-hour support. It's getting some pullback. Which is to be expected. So this is probably going to be our first level of support to the downside on this trade. And we expect that get a push back up. You can see we got, this was our level of support from yesterday. 8 a.m. we made a low, made some support. We just broke through that on this downside move. So possibility we come back up and try to retest this, what was previous support, and it holds as resistance now and pushes us back down even further. Yep, we got the little buy back up off that 4-hour. Like I said, that was expected, but we got in with a great position, so we're gonna let it play out a little bit more. Going into a new hourly candle. You can see we got that wick there, and it actually didn't come down to the very bottom of the wick here on this candle, which was the previous 4-hour from yesterday. So it didn't actually go lower or even touch the bottom of it. So let's see what they want to do after they get done trying to buy it back up. Buy it back up, trap some buyers and sell it lower. I prefer to trade the 1 hour in accordance with the 4-hour and the daily, just to catch that trend, catch a higher trend, get more points out of the move instead of just always scalping. It's kind of like working backwards almost, scalping sometimes. Doesn't fit my persona. I like to be able to get in a trade and hold it for a nice runner, capture some good gains. Nice little bounce back up. You can see on the RSI we are extremely oversold. I'm holding my conviction in the downside for the most part. Go take a look at the daily chart, and this is the start of a momentum shift in the market since gold has just been running up. Look at that. Gold flexed this muscle. If you caught that at the beginning of the trend and held it, that's nothing but profit. And now she's starting to about face, and we got in at that about face, so we have some conviction in the trade. Hold it and let it play out. Yeah, you can hold that trade, let it play out. It might pull back on you some. That's okay though. Can't make the big bucks if you never hold for it. That's one thing about scalping. A lot of people scalp and they take 10, 20, 30 points and then they get out the trade. But like, man, I could have held that for 150 points, 200 points. So you gotta figure out if you're gonna be a scalper or if you're gonna hold and be more of a, I guess you would say, day trader. You place and trade in the same day and sell in the same day, but you ain't scalping. I feel like scalping is kind of a scam. The more you put your money in the market, the more chances you got of losing it. And we trying to be winners. If you watch any length of the video, I appreciate it. Subscribe so you never miss my lives when I go live. Join me on all platforms at Redtape Trading. Make sure you join the Discord. I'm down to help people learn. I do have a free book that I'm posting on there about trading. It's just about the basics of trading and what you need to know about trading. It's not, trading isn't super hard to do. But if you have the right guidance and the right tools when you first start, it makes it a lot easier. We just sitting watching gold. Starting to look like it's finding its support right here on the 1 hour. Gonna get that back up that we was expecting. Nothing goes just straight up or just straight down, but gold has been going straight up for a long time. So could get a nice pullback. We were just at 4,000 last night. So that's a lot of movement. 4,000 up until our move came in basically at 40,080. You got your, yep, 40,080 was the extreme high we rejected from it. So we're almost at a 60-point rejection. And possibility that we could see a 80 to 100-point rejection going into tomorrow, because they're gonna wanna let the price breathe back up. You got people who think it's gonna keep going higher and still buy in, and then they use those people as liquidity to sell it lower. This is not financial advice also. This is my thesis and my trading and what I see from what my system tells me. Things do change. So let's keep an eye on our trade and let it run. Cause see, we holding support at 4,030. Stop loss right here. So we still holding our trade. Still got people selling. It's a lot of sales coming in. Somebody just put 20 contracts on the books, 10 contracts on the books, 7. A lot of people want to trade, but don't have patience to wait. It's really the whole thing about trading is you gotta have patience. You don't have to sit here and just hover over your trade. You could just keep an eye on it. But when you got a good system, you know you could take trades, go do some stuff, peek in on it every once in a while and still make good money. You don't have to be a scalper to make money day trading. You could be a really good trader day trading, where you more like day trading, not 10-15 minute trades and you getting out. You can make money there too, but it's a lot more risky. Catching 200 points on the NASDAQ in 15 minutes is like, that don't really happen that often, if that ever. You might get 15, 20 points or something, but to make more money from that, you got to put on more risk. Versus if you give a trade time to play out and see what the market really wants to do and catch a trend and then let it run and catch as much as possible. I built my system for the way I trade, took it from my mind and put it into a machine and came up with what works for me and what I think could possibly work for other people, and trying to do it as safe as possible. Okay, we getting some buyers coming in now. Like they said, that's enough for selling for now. But it's a lot of people who bought weeks and months ago that are sitting on profit. This is the weekly chart. People sitting on profit from the yearly opening. We just been moving up and up and up. So you got people all down here, all the way up that bought in here. People that got in here that were late from the lower legs up. So now you got some people saying, okay, you had your run. Time to come back down a little bit and even out. I got a good entry. 4,055. Currently up 2K. I think we're gonna retest and go lower. So I'm holding my conviction in the trade. Market only been open for 2 hours. Switch this back to the hourly chart. Sitting on the higher time frame. I noticed something yesterday when I went back and watched the live stream from yesterday. You could hear me swiping my mouse across the desk. I did order a mouse pad. I ordered a DBZ mouse pad, so you won't hear that noise. Yep, see we getting some support at the 4,030 area, which is expected. It'll probably come back up and retest its previous support and go back down to go lower. Okay, we got a change in trend now. So you can see anytime we start to get a shift in trend, go another direction, my candle will turn red. My whole system is color coded. You can choose whichever colors you want to use for it, whatever looks best to your eyes. And the whole system is in sequence with the colors you choose and the hard information that you need for your trades is hardwired into the system, and you could customize it to the way you trade while still using my system, because everybody doesn't trade the same way. And if a system is specifically for the way one person trades, it might not work for you or work for anybody else for that matter if you can't adjust it and tweak it to what you need. Buying up. This just a retest of the drop. See, started here, came all the way down. You found a little support. I knew we were gonna get some support at this previous 4 hour from yesterday. Don't forget, like and subscribe to the channel. Join my Discord at Redtape Trading. It's free. Come over there and talk about trading. It's a possibility that this trade may come back up to my entry. If it doesn't hold above my entry and goes back down, rejects from that, or tries for my entry at 4,055 and doesn't get there and comes back down, I'm probably gonna add another contract to this trade, but I want to get it as close as possible to my original entry, so I'm cutting down on my risk to reward. I don't want to take an entry that's a lot lower than my current entry, because I could have put 2 lots on initially. But with us being at all-time highs, you got to think about your risk to reward if it just shoots back up and you went in too heavy the first time. So just a little risk management. Risk management will get you the most profits. A lot of people think I got to add on size. Nope, go with risk management. Because if it's a good trade and you got your risk is at a decent level, then you're not scared to hold the trade and let it prosper. Otherwise, you put on big size and you itching to get out the trade because you scared that it's going to go against you. Once you really get good at trading or master your trading, then you add another lot or half of another lot. Just one thing that I learned trading and seeing trading is people lose money scalping. They say 80 or 90% of people lose money, and I believe a lot of those people are people that's scalping. Playing a quick game and a quick turnover. And trading is a quick process when you day trading, but it don't have to be minutes or seconds. It could be an hour or 4 hours or 12 hours. One of the things I learned trading, and I learned it from Vincent DeSanto, I think that's his name. He's on YouTube as well. Shout out to him. Is the breakout, the pullback, and then the breakout. So he say he doesn't like taking the first breakout. He waits till it pulls back and then goes again. And that's something that's really helpful. If you look at almost every trade, that's what basically happens. It breaks out, pulls back to that level, see if it's going to hold, and then will break back out. or break down, test back up, and then break back down. To me, that's like the most simplest thing in trading when you look at it. Then once you put everything into a visual, it gets a lot easier once you know what you're looking at. That's how I built my system, to make it easy on the eyes. We got 2 viewers. What's up? What's up? Currently looking at gold futures off of the 5 p.m. open. We had a big sell down, found some support. Now we buying back up. Overall, I'm looking for the gold to come down and find some supports in these lower areas since we hit all-time highs. I'm currently sitting on one gold future contract, so I'm just holding it. Currently up $1,600. I think at the low we hit about 3,000. So now we just buying back up. But we were expecting gold to pull back up anyway, because we in all-time highs, so people are still going to be buying it up, of course, but they got to sell it down also to figure out what people want to hold the price at. So until they decide to say we got a concrete support, which I think is around 4,000. My ultimate target is 3,980, but I think it could at least go down to 4,000 by tomorrow, which would be Thursday. So we gonna see. We currently got old support right here at, what did we top out at? Right to bottom out 4,047. So I'm looking to hit this level and see if we reject back down lower, which would make sense. People buy it back up to sell it lower, just like people sell it lower to buy it back up for it to go higher. If y'all can, comment in the chat. I don't know if my live chat is showing up or not, but it shows that we get viewers, so that's always a good thing. You see gold is buying up, but on the RSI, we haven't even broke the median yet. We haven't broke the median right here, and we got a lot of volume in this candle. But you get these fake out candles all of the time. So you'll see some trades like here. This was a decent trade to the downside, but it was just a pullback in the trend for the upside movement. So it's like kind of like dead volume almost. Buyers definitely step back in, but that's what's expected though. They've been buying up. They ain't just gonna let it go for free. You watching the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you think I should go live in the mornings, which I think I'm doing anyways. It'll be around 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. start time. So that's around New York Open. Got a few points in this about 12 points. Now you can see we got up to that previous support. So now do they push above the support and come back up here, which is about 4,060, and that would be testing basically New York's open yesterday, or earlier today I should say. Or does price stop at this previous support and now turn it into rejection, for which we were looking for? This turns into rejection in this area and then we sell back down further. Catch, what was it? Yeah, right around 4,000. It's about 4,006, 7. That's what the kids be saying, 6, 7. Six seven, 6, 7. I see people talking about they gonna whoop their kids for saying 6, 7, and it ain't nothing bad. These kids got some crazy lingo. Do we got news tomorrow? See if we got man, that's bright. Yeah, we got jobless claims in the morning, but don't know if that's gonna come out with the government being on shutdown. What y'all think about the government shutdown? All this stuff going on with ICE. There's a lot going on in the world right now. You can see price hit that previous support right there. Gonna see if it's gonna reject back down or not. It's how, one thing about my system and how I built it is so I could try and get the best entry price possible for trades. Because if you're trying to catch a bigger move, you have to hold your trade for a longer time. Unless you're just going to catch a certain amount of the move and say, okay, I'm happy with this, and I'll re-enter, or I'm just done for the day. A lot of those big dog wins in the market, you got to hold it for some hours on end. You might be 2 hours and you get, a good amount of points, or it might be 12, 15 hours before you get that whole move. Trading is definitely a game of patience. What y'all think about AI? Think it's gonna turn out to be the Terminator? Computer's gonna take over everything. Okay, we halfway through this first hourly candle. Hit that previous support. This was the previous support from this 4-hour level here. 4,052. So we come back up to test that level if we do get through this support. Okay, they just knocked that back down a little bit. We had some buyers come in and buy it up. But like I said, that could be empty volume. Buy it back up just to sell it lower. It's one thing you always got to remember in the stock market. Somebody is always buying and selling. Still currently up $1,000. We only took it with one contract. Sitting grinding it out. Trying to see if we could catch the large move to the downside. Might try something. Might even though I might not be on, I might just pause my camera and still let the trade ride on the chart overnight. See how that goes. Because at worst we get stopped out. But like I said, I'm looking to try and maybe add another contract to catch even larger moves to the downside overnight going into the AM session for New York. Unless we hit our target, I take profit, which is the 39.80 or the 4,000. But we gonna see though whichever one comes first. Cause if we get down to that 4,000 and it doesn't hold, we could see a large move down from there. But it's gold, so don't expect it to give up just some insane move. Currently we came down from 4,081 was the high to 4,020, so that's 60-point move already. Another 40 points from there will put you at 39.80, which would be a 100-point move. If we decide to get a 100% retracement. So those the type of moves I look to catch, because they pay handsomely. If we could get down to that 39.80, that would be 70. I would capture about 75 points in a complete move. Take 7,500 bucks. That's a good day. See on the 4-hour time frame, we got a rejection wick during New York, trend shift going into the closing of New York, and then a continuation going into Asia, market opening. Came down, found some support, 4,020, retest back up. See if this level is gonna hold for support for us to change trend again and go back up, make a new all-time high, or are the buyers exhausted and now we come down further. And as you can see on the 4-hour, we got to even right around 39.80. It's where we last retested at. Then we got our extreme low at 39.63. So like I said, I'm looking at 4,000 first. If we do keep rejecting down, then 39.80, and then you got 39.60. 39.60 would be about what, 120-point move down. To me, that's an extreme move to sell off on gold when everybody is looking for something safe right now. This previous support is acting as resistance still. Got another 20 minutes before 8 o'clock. See if we break over this. Asia markets, dreadful. Luckily tonight we got a nice little drop off the open, so we got some type of movement. So we got 2 viewers. What's up? What's up? Appreciate you coming check us out. Trading gold futures. Currently up $1,100. Got 1 mini contract. Got in at 4,055. Just holding on. Been on for an hour so far. Think this is what we clocked out at yesterday, but we gonna stay on. Continue letting this trade ride out. This is our entry here, what we got in for the short. Looking for it to come back up and retest a little bit more and drop back down to the downside. I would really like to get a retest up a little higher, at least to this 4,050 at least. Yeah, about 4,050, 4,052. And possibly add another contract there because that's our first entry. But if we break back above 4,055, I'll give it a few points to the upside to see if it's going to continue to run, or are we going to reject and come back down from the 4-hour open at 5 p.m., which is the daily open. This previous support is still holding as a rejection. We got about 15 more minutes on this hourly candle. See if we can break back above that previous support. If not, it might be a good slow markets tonight for Asia, and we get some nice move back to the downside. Let's go take a look and see what the NASDAQ is doing. We ain't just sitting on this one chart. Let's see on the NASDAQ. We made new all-time highs today again. And now NASDAQ is looking like it wants to sell off a little bit itself. We up almost about 400 points almost on the week. NASDAQ could see a nice drop down as well. So we gonna see. We got data, jobless claims supposedly in the morning, but I don't know if that's gonna come out with the government shutdown. But that jobless claims report could be a big move on the NASDAQ, especially if it don't go the right way. We'll see about that. Might take a position in the NASDAQ as well, but gonna let gold play out. See what it wants to do. Gold likes to move a lot at nighttime. So we'll let that continue to play out. And you can see that this previous support is holding as resistance for right now. We still got 13 minutes to the new 8-hour candle, but it's looking like this volume in this candle is almost, I would say, empty volume. It's not holding as of now. We sitting pretty at 4,055, up 1,400 at the moment, one contract. That's a mini. Take a good entry with the right size position, and you can hold and capture a lot of the move instead of getting nervous and getting out too big of a position. Sellers are definitely trying to be king right now. Buyers and sellers are fighting for a position. If you want a quick startup to get into the stock market and trading, hit me up. I can help you out. Join my Discord. Redtape Trading is free. Talk on that with you. Just hit me up when you join. My system is not free. I do charge a small monthly fee for it, but you'll make that back no problem. But I'm still willing to give out knowledge and stuff for free though. Nobody should ever have a problem giving out something for free. Now how much knowledge you get is up to that person. Okay, so 7:50, got 10 more minutes. Current wick high at 40,047, which is was 40,000, 47.5 actually, 47.5. So this is our current wick. On this candle, the current high is 4,047.5. So we gotta see if we're gonna break above this previous support. This will be the second test of it. I like to trade gold at nighttime and then trade the NASDAQ in the daytime. I know I could be a goner. We hit an hour and 5 minutes. So this is currently our longest stream. We're gonna build these viewers up day by day. We got more people than we got yesterday. Shout out everybody that came, checked out the stream. If you watching this later on, shout out to you. Like and subscribe. Comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Streams are definitely getting better in the future. Buyers are trying to keep pushing up, but these sellers are definitely stepping in. Seeing some decent size 2 and 3 contracts. Like I said though, we couldn't just expect to move straight down. They gotta buy it back up a little bit in order to trap people to get it to go lower. Somebody gotta lose. That's one thing that's guaranteed in the market. It will go up and it will go down. I know they could put pause on stocks when it drops too much. Well, but I don't know about the futures though. I'm pretty sure they got it there too where they could put a break on it. Keep it from just completely dying out like it has done in the past. But the market is gonna move. Stay hydrated, baby. Stay hydrated. Got a little bit pushed back down again off of that support. 4 more minutes on the hour. We just need that 4,050 to hold. 4,050 hold is the new resistance for these all-time highs, and then we push down. So like currently you can see, just stay here, we pushed up, went down, pushed up, tried to come down, didn't do much, push back up. Now we're finding that new extreme high. Come down, push up a little bit, come down, push up maybe a little bit, come down further. So that's what I'm looking for at the moment. But if we just continue pushing up to the upside, then I'll continue with the buy thesis. But right now on the daily, looking like we're gonna get a sell-off. So we'll see. Maybe they come back up and test the daily open one time, give us a wick back to this top of this body, then sell back down. If that happens, that's even better, because then we could get a better entry position at 4,070 and then add in more as it continues to come down. So we didn't put all our capital in the entry because it's slow markets, it's Asia. We might have to take this trade and let it play out into tomorrow, so we can add in to our position if it pulls back but continues with the same sell thesis. can see we got this lower extreme at that 4020 on the 6 p.m. candle. So that was the first test of that level on the way down, but we did test that level as well yesterday. So that was the first test of it. The second test, we get a retest back up on a buy, and then come back down lower and test that again to see if we could break that lower extreme. Because this was our previous lower extreme. So if this holds and turns into the new resistance, then we definitely get our move back down. A CMB. Got the 8 o'clock candle open up. So you see now going in and out, it's gonna try to test this previous support again. Yep, still getting some volume to the downside, so we just holding and watching. Check out what NQ was doing. NQ was pushing to the downside, retesting that 4-hour open. How does NQ look on the 4-hour and the daily? The 4-hour, just a wick. Daily, just about the same thing. You got a wick, so you gotta wait for a little bit more of a sell down, unless you took the sell off the absolute top, which would be, this would be your extreme high at 25,394. So you would have got in short that would have been an exact extreme high, but it could possibly come back up and retest that again before going down if we get an entry. But we're breaking down here, so go back over to gold. We still holding our position. Those sellers are coming back in again. Come on, gold. Go down to 39.80, baby. $4,000, then 39.80, and I'm happy. Eyelash in my eye. You can see that we went up and tested that previous extreme low that was support here, and then rejected from it, and then this 8 o'clock candle opened up and it's rejecting back down. So we're gonna see if we break back below here and come down lower, which right now it's looking like it, but we could go back up and test this extreme low again to see if it's really gonna turn into resistance. But for right now, it's definitely resistance. As you can see, I don't have too much going on my charts. I don't like to clutter my charts up. I just basically got my system, my indicators, and then market opens so I can see the 4-hour time frame on and the daily time frame on one chart. I don't got to keep flipping in between charts. Gold is giving it up right now. Come on, baby, keep selling. It's exactly what we was looking for. Rejection back down, and to hit our TP. I think we already at like TP 10 or something like that. Since we got the trade off 455. See the trade box here. So this trade box was generated off of this candle. Because we got the buyback up here that you could have took from here to the upside and then got back in the sell again. But I'm just holding it. The trade box moves because people get in at different times. You want to know your risk and your reward. You could set your risk and your reward to how you trade and how much capital you putting on and all of that. So it'll be different for everybody. And then you get your trade box on candle close after, because like if you look at this buy started here, but if you would have waited to candle close, then you would have been getting in higher in the trade when the trade has already started to develop. So people have different ways of using their systems and different way that the systems perform. That's just how my system performs and it works. So I built something that could work for everybody, because that's what I would have wanted somebody to do for me. Build something that worked for everybody, not just the way they use it. Because what if somebody don't understand that way? Can it be manipulated for how they understand? It works for futures, works for stocks. You can use it for options. Whatever you want to trade, you can tailor my system to what you're trading and how you trade and get it to work. Whether you want to trade VWAP, 200 EMA, your SMAs, the 4-hour opens, the daily opens, it just really depends on you. This gold trade is looking really good right now. Sellers are holding up right now. Remember, I was saying that this candle had like dead value. As you can see, it closed red. We didn't hold the buy trend and went into a sell trend again. So this would be, you get your first breakdown, boom, retest back up, and then it rejects back down. So we're gonna see if we're only 7 minutes into this 8 o'clock candle, so we could pull back up, but we're gonna see. Gotta give it time. getting a bounce, a little bit of a bounce from the buyers at 40,030, which held previously, and that's how we went into the buy. So now we looking at is 4,030, the lowest they willing to let it go, or do we break back through it and then come down to 4,020 and break below this wick? Because then we could go down to the 4,006 area, 6 points away from my 4,000. My first target that I was looking for, and then 3980 was the second one. Might have to let this trade play out into the London session or the New York session to get the full move if it happens. Currently up 2,400 on this one mini contract. Buyers trying to come back in again. Okay. Buyers definitely step back in from that 4,030. Yep, they say we ain't letting it go lower, not right now. Okay, that's some sales. It's like Battleship. The candle is the board. Got the good guys or the bad guys, however you want to put it, up here, and the good guys are the bad guys down here. They saying, we going this way, we going this way. Then you just see who wins, which way it's gonna go. That's what I look for when I trade, is where can I get the best entry on my trade. Whether it's a buy or sell, I'm looking for the best entry possible. Because if you could get the best entry that you can, that's how you capitalize on your trade more. Versus you get in the middle of the trade already started or towards the end, that's really how you lose. The market is buying up, you didn't get in low, you bought high, then it sells off on you, or vice versa. The market was buying up, you didn't get in at the high, and then it sells off, you get in at the low, and then it bounces on you. So you want to try to get the best entry possible, which I built into my system as well. My whole system is built off the way I think when I trade and what I need to visualize on the charts. It does all that for me, so I can say, okay, everything matches, take a buy or take a sell. It doesn't match, don't go with the trade until you get what you need. Was I holding steady? One minute to 8:15. You can see the trend. We bought back up. Now the trend. So that was a retest of the buy, the lower level on the buy. And this is what I meant earlier when I said if you're going to try to hold trades for long out, you got to be able to see this happening and say my conviction is still there. As long as you minimize your risk, you can stay in your trades. So if this trade goes completely against me, I may lose a few dollars, but I'm not going to lose a whole lot. But because I got a good entry at 4,055, I'm already in the trade higher than where price is, so I'm not worried. If it goes back up to my entry and keeps going, I get out for a small loss. But if it goes to my entry, comes back down, I can build a better position for it to go lower and capitalize on the whole move more. So right now we currently buying back up. You can see it here. Coming back up to retest that previous support again. So you got the wick, you got this wick right here, and then you got this current candle for the buy side going up to see if now we could break this previous support and go back higher. So now this candle, if we reject back down again, would be an even lower high. So a lower high to make lower lows. Check out, see what the NASDAQ decided to do. Yep, came right down. Broke under the 4 hour, which was the daily open. Now pushing down after making them all-time highs again today. You got jobless claims tomorrow, which could come out negative and bring us down. First level, we would be looking at 25,250 just about. Then you could go down to 25,175. 25,001, let's say about 100. Then you got the 200 in the weekly at 25,000. And that's what we opened at on the week, was 25,000. So that would be a nasty reversion, about 300 points, and that's definitely not too far-fetched for the NASDAQ. back over the gold. They trying to get up through that previous support again. It's pushing up now. Okay, there go the buyers. The sellers coming back in again. See what they're gonna decide to do. 10 contracts right there. Getting a lot of contracts coming in on the selling side. Seem like this previous support is holding resistance. Just tested it again and it's rejecting back down. Got about 40 minutes left on this hourly candle. Could definitely come back down. See, we getting that same push down every time we get to that same area. Buyers gonna have to really step in and push it back up. I don't know. Maybe we could get back to about 4,052 if they push it back up. That's right below my entry, but that entry was almost perfect. 4,055. It's right around the last part where we took off at 455. Right here. You can see we popped up, pushed down, and popped up off this 4-hour. Moved up, came back to retest it again, went back up. So then you got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we break down to the downside. So now we could see if we'll turn this into resistance to 4,052. Go back up and test it, hit it, touch it, come back down again. Be almost like perfect. currently up 920, 1,000 again, 970. Of course, our balance gonna fluctuate since we trying to hold this trade out for a few hours. That's cool though, you just can't get scared. Manage your risk. If it come back to our entry and push above it, then we could rearrange our trade. Maybe get a better price entry. Okay, we getting a little bit of push back up again. See, they keep testing this previous support. Just keep bumping its head and then going back down. So we gonna see if this breakthrough right here. Go join my Discord, Redtape Trading. It is free. Like to communicate with like-minded traders, even people that have different opinions and ideas. You are more than welcome. You can find me on all social media at Redtape Trading as well. I'm trying to help people get into the stock market, willing to give knowledge for free. You ain't got to charge for everything. I just charge for my system that I spent years building. But if you're interested in that, just hit me up. Otherwise, hit me up, chop it up, share some knowledge, kick the bobos. Okay, we getting a nice little push up from this previous support now. It's breaking through. Okay, now we just popped up and retested that 4-hour level I was talking about at 452. Almost at break even now. And see, that's what we was expecting. The breakdown, the retest back up, and then get a further breakdown to go lower. So even if we keep pushing back up past here, we 3 points away from our entry at 455. So then we could see if we break out above it, do we still hit resistance? We could add into the trade for the move lower. If not, take a small loss, break even, whatever, and reassess the trade. And I know people would probably say, well, how do we know you trading? I'm definitely trading. I trade on Top Step. Use Top Step X platform to trade. Sitting up $500 in profit right now. if I don't end the trade while I'm still on stream, if I keep letting it go, I definitely give the results of the trade either like a short or in the next episode that I do for Redtape University. If you watch the channel, you could always find my live streams under Redtape University, and the channel is Redtape Trading. I'm doing Redtape University because I'm here to learn with y'all and help y'all get ahead. And everything is a learning experience when you're in the market, whether you're watching it, actually trading, paper trading, whatever. It should always be a learning experience. So every day you come to the market, you one step better than you were the day before. That's life too. Your next day should always be better than the last. Just put the effort into it. If the buyers are coming back in, they say we ain't done yet. Now the sellers just need to come back in and kaboosh. It's clobbering time. Okay, we back to break even now. So now we see if we're gonna break it back above these levels, or the seller's gonna step back in and push us down. Say we got a viewer. What's up? Currently trading gold. We looking for the market to continue to move down off these all-time highs we created on gold. So I'm holding this trade, waiting to see if we're gonna push back up above my entry at 455. Got 30 more minutes on this candle to continue to move to the upside to see if these sellers step back in and push us lower. But this would be my first spot that I would be looking to add more size in my position. If it goes higher, then I hold it and see if we just gonna break out to the upside, take a small loss. But if we hit resistance and push back down, then I could add into my position for a better entry back to the downside. Go to the daily. You can see this was a pullback, first attempt. Earlier I said it, we might come back up and wick back at 40.70. And then come back down. If you go to, what is it? Go to the 4 hour, you can see that this is where we got our breakdown from. So actually go back up, retest the actual start of the sale, retest it, and then we come back down again. Since this was just the first breakdown, you get the breakdown, the retest, and then break back down again. Otherwise, the sell side on gold is weak still, and possible we go up and make new all-time highs again. But gold has been running so much that it's a possibility that we could actually get the breakdown from here and come down and find some support, like I said, around the 4,000 area. but we gotta give it time to play out. It ain't just gonna happen in an hour or two. Could take 8, could take 10, 15 hours, but we gonna see. As long as we there to capture the move, it's all good. See this wick? It's heading towards the bottom of these candles here. It's about 4,058. So that's about 3 points higher than where we entered at. And I'm willing to take a little bit of that drawdown to see if we continue to the downside. I'll be right back. Go grab something to drink right quick. A little parched, grab some juice. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna grab me some juice right quick. It's a little parched. Still sitting on a sale. About 2 points away from my entry now. We did go a couple bucks in the negative, but like I said, I ain't really tripping on it. Gold has been doing some real crazy stuff lately as far as this run up. People are, I think, in panic mode, running into gold. We could just V-shape recovery and retest this high again. that would take people buying at basically still at the all-time highs anyway. So I don't know. I don't know if people are willing to do that one. My thesis is we built a shelf here, hit an all-time high, retested here, and rejected under. So people don't want to be buying above about 4,060, just about. They want it a little lower before they start trying to buy it up again. And if that thesis is right, then we capitalize on it. If not, abandon ship and go with the sale. Let the wind take us where the market is gonna go. Check out NASDAQ. It decided to sell off a little bit. About 54, 55 point sell off. Not bad. I know somebody caught that from the top. If I was gonna take a trade on the NASDAQ, I wouldn't mind pulling back a little bit. Pulling back a little bit for a retest up and then dropping as well. Go to the daily. Yep. This sales probably gonna come back down and test this 25,250 area, which was the previous extreme high. Resistance here and then broke through here, so come down, retest it to go higher maybe. It's focusing on gold since that's what I'm trading at nighttime. Currently sitting at 180 bucks on this trade. Got about approximately 15 minutes left on this 8 o'clock candle. Excuse me. Coming up on 2 hours on being live. See, these buyers are still trying to step in and push us higher, but we're currently catching this area at this 4,057. You can see that's what we retested before we took off here in the New York session. Came down, tested it, that was the low, and then we went up. So now that's what we're hitting and using it as resistance currently. the previous 4 hour is at the 4061 area though, so we could get some more buyers and come in and retest that 4 hour and see if it rejects. But if now we reject here from the New York low and then like the London low here, which is you got a 4 hour and you also got a retest. Got a little bit of a rejection. That rejection put us back up $500. Sellers are kind of stepping back in. Now we're back testing this level of previous support again. So we're gonna see. We got approximately 13 more minutes left till 9 o'clock. So now we see if we can hold under this previous support. Then we sell back off from there again. Buyers could step back in heavy within the next 13 minutes though, so. So right around that $400 in profit. Okay, there's some more sellers. So the sellers are there. They not going away just yet. My question is, how exhausted are the buyers from buying up? Look at that. Since the beginning of the year open, we've been buying. That's 10 months of buying, just going straight up. At what point do they say enough is enough? So, okay, there they go. Take a look at that. Go back to the 1 hour. See that? And where did they reject from? that previous extreme low where we bought up from. So all they doing is trading zones. Now we back up $1,000 again. See, we didn't panic. We went back up to break even. Went into the negative a little bit. We still holding. People want you to think that you have to get in and out of the market constantly to make money, and you don't. The market changes trend here and there, but for the most part, it's moving in one direction for a period of time. The only thing about prop firms is they make you get out of your position every day, which makes it harder to capture a larger part of the moves. Because the trade might run for days or weeks, but you got to get out of your position every day and get back in when the market reopens, so you're not capturing that whole move that you could have, which might last for 2-3 days or 2-3 weeks or 2-3 months. That's why you build your own capital up and get your own account so you can hold. We did reject back down from that previous low, and the shelf that we built here, it's 8:51 now, so we got 9 minutes left. Let's see if this candle goes back into a sell again and we continue back down to my 4,000 target, and then ultimately the 39.80 area. I may leave the stream running and just observe this play overnight, or I'll update, may go live in the morning at 8 a.m., 9 a.m. and do an update, because I trade the NASDAQ in the morning. Usually start trading NASDAQ around like 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Central Time. But as of right now, I'm holding this short. My entry, as you can see, was here at the 455 area, which you can see we just went like a point and a half, give or take, over it and rejected right back down. So now that's giving me more confidence that the buyers are not strong in this area. The sellers agree that this price area needs to be held under. So now I got more conviction in my trade, which I could have just added another contract there, but it's cool. And then, if you remember, at the 7 p.m. candle, we're in a daily zone. System says daily, showing this daily. This volume is like dead weight, basically, since we didn't hold this upside move. And that was a retest from the first breakdown, retest, break back down. And with that pushback down, we're currently sitting up 1,400. Ultimately, if we hit our target of 39.80, either tonight or tomorrow, I'm really looking for it to happen during around London pre-market New York time, going into New York open, because we had that jobless claims, and that pushes us further down with that data. So 39.80, we would make right around 7,600 bucks. It'll be like 75.60 is what I got my profit target set at, my take profit, I should say. So we'd be close to making 8 grand off one contract, one mini gold, and just from holding it. Not taking a bunch of trades, 20, 30 trades throughout the day, just one trade, having conviction, getting a good entry, and going from there. You can see we're starting to try and get a flip back into the trend for the sale. Our trades, trying to pick a side. And that's pretty much all you have to do when you're trading, is just waiting for your trade to pick a side. Figure out what time frame you're trading on, what's comfortable for you. I prefer the 1 hour and watching the 4 hour in the daily, so I can ride the trend as much as possible. If we get a sale on the daily or a buy on the daily, and that trend works out the whole day, and I could take one entry and ride it out, why take a bunch of trades? Don't make sense. And that was a nice buy up. We went from 4,030 up to 56.7. That was 26.7, almost 27 points. One contract, one mini, that's 2,700 bucks. So if you would have took the reverse when the trade reversed, even though it didn't continue just going to the upside, it made a nice move. $2,700. That's good money. That somebody don't even make that in a week, and you could have made it in approximately an hour and a half, 2 hours. That's good money. I took my position at 4,055, and I'm still holding it. Looking for the market to go lower because we hit all-time highs on gold, and I'm currently up $1,700, and people don't make that in a week. So some people would say, man, that's good money. I would take that and go on about my day. Other people said, well, I got the skills and I can make more. So, but profit is profit. Whether it's $25, $100, $1,000, $10,000. You do what works for you at the moment and try to build on it. Got some sellers stepping back in. 9 o'clock candle is about to open up. That's a new 4 hour as well. Got somebody watching. What's up, viewer? What's up? Appreciate you checking in. Trading gold futures tonight. I'm just holding my sale. Currently up 1,700 bucks. Breaking back down to the downside beautifully. See if we're gonna get a close back below this candle here at 4,037. It's a little push back up. Okay, so this candle, we got 20 seconds left. looking for it to close back below this level here. It's looking like it's gonna close in a doji. Okay. Now we got the 9 o'clock candle opened up. Okay. Back down to the short side. So that was a failed breakout as of right now. Look at that nice rejection off that 4-hour open. Buyers would have to step in heavy here to push us back up to the upside. You see, that was a failed attempt. We tried to go back up to a daily open. That was a failed attempt. So now we see if we continue to push down. You could see that 4,000 area that I'm thinking we come back down and retest, which we was just there 2 days ago, basically day and a half ago, if you want to say, is this shelf here, 4,000 to 414. Yeah, about 415. Yep, I would say about 415 to 4,000 is that next shelf that we're sitting in here to here. Since we just rejected this shelf, now we can come down and retest lower. So as we come lower, we could create a shelf in this area here and have this range. That could build a shelf there, but as of right now, we're definitely rejecting this 4,000 like 50 area for sure. So like I said, I would like to hit that 4,000, then at 39.80 if we don't just stay in a range here. We definitely are getting a nice rejection to the downside. Currently up 2,100. Let me know if you're trading futures or forex, using your own capital or using a prop firm. Definitely like to tap in and see what other people are doing and how it's going for you. Remember, go join the Discord. Redtape trading is totally free. Full access to the Discord. You don't have to pay for anything, so don't pay. It's all free except for my trading system. I do charge for that monthly small fee, but it's well worth it. You definitely make the money, and I guide you on how to make the money. Be uploading my basic trading book to my Discord. So that's another reason you should go join, get an introduction to the markets and a kind of understanding of what you're doing to make money in the market. That book is totally free. And then I have another book I'm releasing that goes hand in hand with my system and basically explains how to use my system the right way. And then if you need it tailored to the way you trade, I can also walk you through that, because you can trade it using VWAP, 200 EMA, 9 EMA, 14, well, however you trade, you can tailor my system to how you trade. Gold is definitely giving up some selling. See if we get back down to this 4019. You can see our RSI is holding to the downside, getting back into heavy selling again. Got about another 40% move to the downside before we get completely oversold. My RSI is also fully custom. Everything is customized to my system, so it all works hand in hand. I can even take my RSI off because it's built into my system to where I don't have to see it. I just leave it at the bottom for the color coordination of my system. But everything is built into my trading table. And as you can see, my trading table has all of its confluences, and it says make money, so we know we're good in our trade for now. That's right. You get the red, and it's a shifting trend. But as long as it's red, it says deadly, because the system isn't in full confluence yet. And then once you get full confluence in the system, it'll tell you make money and let you know that your trade is safe for you to be in. And you also get these, you get the make money crosses as well on the chart to let you know, hey, this is where you could be taking your trade at, and this is where it's safe for you at. Because that's what trading is all about, protecting your capital. So if you get in the best entry possible and the safest spot possible, you're not as worried. Because we all know if you buy too high or buy too low going opposite direction, it will reverse on you. It's the worst feeling ever. See a big drop and then you get in thinking it's going to keep going lower, and then it just bounces. And vice versa. Fifty said when it rains, it pours. You get in the wrong spot, it's definitely going to pour on you. Let me know what y'all think about the chart. Is it easy to read, hard to read? Can you see it? Okay. Still making adjustments to the live. So anybody can use my system as long as you got TradingView. Working on seeing if I could get it accessible to other platforms. I am looking for somebody that does programming and coding. See if I could take my system to the next level. So if you know anybody or you watching and you could do it, you got the skills and you got the proof of past experience, just hit me up, let me know, either in the comments or hit me up at Redtape Trading Discord. Definitely willing to pay for the work and the service as long as it's worth it. Okay, so we didn't sell off too hard here. We holding this level. 10 minutes into the new hour. Five more minutes. We're coming up on 2.5 hours on the stream. Not bad, not bad. Definitely gonna have more live streams. Probably go live in the morning. Currently up 1900 on this one mini gold contract. Probably have to tell the rest of this saga in the morning. See if we continue to get our drop. If it's gonna hit our take profit at that 39.80. If it come down to 4K and start to bounce back up, I'll probably take profit there. But not gonna get out prematurely though. I think we could get down to that around that 39.80 area. I don't know if people want to continue buying gold to the upside above 4,000. Seller stepping back in, currently up 2,300. So you can see we got in at 4,055, dropped all the way down to 4,020. That's 35 points a drop. That's a very mature move in gold to get. Anybody would have been willing to take that profit there. I got conviction in the trade that we're gonna go lower than that, so I'm just holding. We went back up to break even here, 4,056.5. So we went about a point and a half over my entry. Went a little red, no big deal. You can see we got resistance in this area, so I held it. I'm coming back down to this area again. See if this time we break lower, make a new low. We didn't make higher highs, so come back down, make a lower low, and the trade continues. The trend continues, and we just hold it until we make a higher low. Then I may get out of my position and reposition myself to maybe take a long, or reposition myself to get in another short after we retrace a little bit. But as of now, with this big wick here and here, I don't see us going higher, at least not at the moment. Maybe London steps in and pushes us back up towards my entry again, and then it's a possibility it go higher then, but as of right now, we're in a sell trend. Check out the daily. We got our sell alert. We're coming down. Got that big wick, means there's resistance. So we just continue holding it to the downside as long as it's doing what we needed to do. Weekly, you got a big wick to the upside. Four hour, it's lining up still. Still got some room to the downside on the 4 hour as well, so. Gold taking over for the 99 and 2000s. People definitely ran into gold though with the government shutdown. Dollar is losing its value. A lot of crazy stuff going on in the world right now. They say history is bound to repeat itself, and that still stands true to this day. Don't seem like humans really learn from their past. He said that the sellers are stepping in. They let these buyers get a little bit and then drop it right back down on them. Come on, baby, push us down. Break this level and give us another low. Cause if we hold, then this holds as a shelf. This is gonna become our new extreme low at 4019. Could say 4019 to 4020. It'd be a point spread from the actual low to us breaking back up. Everything for me when it comes to trading is a zone. So whether it's support and resistance is a zone, where you actually enter a trade and exit a trade is a zone. It's all current zones and previous zones. There we go, baby. Come on. Come on. It's $3,200. Come on, baby. Come on. Give us some more. You ain't done. Come on, give us some more. Come on. There you go. Sell off. That's beautiful. Okay, so we currently up 3K. We need to get back below this low at this 4019 for us to go lower. This trade is definitely still playing out. Only 18 minutes into the hour. Okay, there's some bang going on there. Excuse me. Come on, sellers. We ain't done yet. We ain't done. Okay, trying to come back in again. That 4030 area. 4030 is holding its support right now. So we need the sellers to step their game up some more and break us through this 4030 and hold. Because otherwise, this 4027 will retest it twice. That'll hold, and then we go back to the upside more. I still got a lot of conviction in the sellers though from that 4055 area where we got in. So I'll be right back. Take a Okay, I'm back. See, we got a little push up from our 20,030 area. So right now, this is holding that support. 25 minutes, almost 30 minutes into this 9 o'clock candle. We're still holding under 4 hour, current 4 hour open. So not too pressure about that. Currently sitting up 2100. It's one thing about the market, it definitely does a move a few times. Especially depending on what you're trading. Gold likes to make a move, retest it, make a move, retest it, and then finally go. It don't just go in that direction right off back like you might get from NQ a lot of the time. NQ might test once, maybe twice, and then do what it does. But Gold likes to play around before it gives you what it wants to do. It's gonna do what it does, but it play around first and then goes. Check out the NQ right quick. Okay, NQ broke down. It's probably gonna try to retest back up before it breaks down some more, just like what Gold is doing. Seems as if Gold and NQ is exhausted after continuously pushing new high after new high. Come on, Gold. You can break down past this 430 area. We still got some room. Still got some room on our RSI. Sitting around the 60 area. Come on, sellers. See, I was looking for this retest up and I was going to add another position. But just let it play out. I could have doubled my position and my entry on the retest. That's okay. It's always next trade. We could always get a retest back up again. Maybe. I'm hoping it don't come back up and retest again and just keep coming down, making lower highs and lower lows. Sometimes it pays to be greedy and sometimes it don't. We need some sellers to come back in selling those 10 lots and 8 lots. Could see a nice extension down if those bigger orders come back in. Okay, that's a 7. 7 lots to the sell side. 4 lots to the sell side. Man, time flies. Coming up on 3 hours on the live. might call this episode, once we hit that 3-hour mark, maybe give a conclusion of what this trade did in a short. Post it on my page. Gotta start producing more content, get my page up and rolling. So like, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, go watch my introduction video, go join my Discord, Redtape Trading. Join me on all social media at Redtape Trading, so you can stay up to date with whatever I got going on. Got a lot more things coming in the future. Just trying to grow the channel, grow the community. You don't have to pay for anything if you don't want to. Discord is free. Tap in on the Discord, talk with me for free. Get around other traders, like-minded traders. The only thing that I have a subscription for is my trading system. If you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. No big deal. I appreciate everybody that's supporting me, coming through, watching my channel, subscribing, liking. Everything counts. Okay, sellers stepping back in a little harder here. Come on, push back through that 4,030. Don't burn, they burn. Acting bad. Okay, that's that drop through that 430. Almost 4 points now off of that 430. What Mystical say, I'm the big truck driver. Currently up 2,700 bucks. So now we retesting again at that 430 that we just fell through. Almost a bounce back up of 4 points. So they trying to show us that the buyers are liking it at the 430s area. So now we see if we can hold in this area to this area. If not, we break under that 420. From that 420, I'm looking for that 4,000. Maybe about 405. What is it? 405, 406 is our last retest area here. So look for it to go to 406, 405, but ultimately 4,000. If you want them big dog gains in your portfolio, you gotta have some patience. I said it earlier, I like to trade gold at nighttime. I'm on Central Time. And then I like to trade NASDAQ in the morning time, going into the afternoon. I'm I'm actually fairly new when it comes to trading gold. I've been trading NASDAQ most of my trading career. These sellers need to step in some more, get us to go lower. That 30 level is acting like they don't want to hold. They gonna give it up. That's cool. Like it when they don't put up a fight for it. They just let it happen. Gold don't just give it up too easy. But when she go, she go. We got some buyers in this 27 area. So it's looking like they want to hold the 30s. Some buys at the 29s. Got 11 lot, 2-3 lot. What's that, 6? So we got some sellers at this 30s. Got about 20 more minutes left on this candle. So now, you see, we just got to push back up on that 430 area. So now we're making a little bit of a higher low on this candle from this extreme low. So close of this candle, this will give us our extreme low here. And then we see if this candle closes above this wick. If we close below it, then this won't give us our extreme low. But if it does, we got another chance of pushing back up. Looks like these buyers really want to hold on to this gold price. Okay, there's a block of sellers. Nothing too big. That was a nice buy back up. 430s almost back up to the 440s. So about a 10-point range. I need you to hate me. America got a thing for this gangster shit. They love me. Love the Pelly Pelly. That Hustler's Ambition. It's a classic. Got the buyers advancing back up. They saying no, we don't like it below 430. At least not right now. So now the question is, do we push back up and try to go higher now? Still got about 20 minutes on this candle though. We could go right back down. It could have been fake out for the buyers just to trap more and go lower. Profit, we currently sitting at 1800. Still 20, basically 20 points below our entry. 4,055. Might see a little sideways movement in this 4-hour stretch. We still under the current 4-hour. So this candle close in about 17 minutes. See if it'll close under this 4-hour. If not, they'll try to give us another push back up. It's definitely going to take a lot of value to push us back above this 4,057 though. And I believe the buyers are exhausted. Even just in this area. So we see if we get that drop down. I'm gonna let this trade ride out a little bit more. Still currently up about 1,900 bucks in the 1870 right now. See if we play out some more to the downside. Like I said, I'm willing to hold this trade until New York tomorrow, just to get the full stretch of the move down if it continues. If not, I'll take my profit and maybe go long if it's worth it. Otherwise, I sit on my hands and wait for another push to the downside. Cause that's where I see us going after 9-10 months of buying to the upside on gold. We definitely got to get a move down. It's just about when. Check out NQ before I end the stream. NQ is still pushing to the downside. It's the first drop off for this push up. Maybe get a little retest back up before it goes lower. Otherwise, it may just fall. We got that data tomorrow in the morning. Jobless claims, so this could just make a move down all night. But you gotta see though, make smart decisions. Gold is sitting here in the same area. We on just hit 3 hours on the live stream. Be ending it there. Update everybody in a short on the live stream tomorrow in the morning about how this position played out. Got in at 455, still holding for a downside move. Retested it once, rejected back down. Might get another retest back up there again. See if we can break back through it. Go from there. Shout out to everybody tuning in, watching the video. If you're watching it in the future, shout out to you. Subscribe to the channel so you can get all my live updates, everything I do. Like the video. Don't forget, go join my Discord at Redtape Trading. It is free. Hit me up when you join. I definitely reply back. Get my free trading book on there that's dropping soon. If you're interested in my trading system you see here, hit me up. Small monthly fee. Nothing major. Get you set up. Appreciate everybody. I'll holler at you later.